Okay.
I didn't properly introduce Dr. Rakovic, you guys. This is Dr. Rakovic. He has an office right here on the corner of Euclid and Foothill, Euclid Chiropractic.
Good job. I can't even say that sometimes. Crazy. Hello. Okay, hello. I'm a chiropractor. Backstory. I went to Loyola High School in LA. I grew up in West LA. I went to UC Riverside, UCR, like 1,000 years ago-ish. Okay. Got their BS in biology from there. Took a year and taught for a year. Worked as a year as a chemist. Then went back to chiropractic school. It's about a 3.5-year program out of Whittier called LA Chiropractic College. Now it's called Southern California University of Health Sciences. Today also include acupuncture. So my story is, and my story to you to help you today, is how do you navigate this healthcare system field for you to get out of school to start making money and helping people. Okay? You're probably the top 5% of kids in the area. Why do I say that? Because not everyone here is going to Upland High School, correct? What other schools do you go to? Rancho, Chafee, good. Where else? And what? Where else? Los Osos. Oh, good. You guys travel to come here to spend 2 hours of your evening instead of being home or hanging out with your friends. Okay? That says a lot to me. You guys will put the extra time and effort after school to get into a healthcare career, hopefully, to make your dreams come true, if you want to call it that, or hopefully help people. Okay? Healthcare professionals are needed at all levels right now. The old generation is getting older and they still need healthcare. We need nurses especially, medical assistants, LVNs, even doctors too. I'm a chiropractor, so I'm kind of a chiropractor, same licensed practitioner such as a DO or an MD, same type of field. You have to diagnose anything I can in my office, maybe something like this, like Mars, a big guy like that, or a broken bone, or tumor, or a cancer. You get the right referral to that person. Okay? Go back to topic. What I do in my office is treat people like that every day. Probably between 60 to 70 people on a big day. A short day, maybe 40 people between departments. Okay, we go. I have interns in my office, about 2 of them every term. I come in from Upland High School. One's from Rancho High right now too, from ROP. That come and learn what I do, and I go fast. Okay, I want people to understand that you may be good book smart, but what are you doing to get the experience outside of the classroom? Okay, I want you to understand that right now you may be the top 5% of your group who wants to become a nurse. Great profession. Medical assistant. A doctor. Good, perfect. Once you get to that level, now you're the 100% of everyone with the same 5%. Does that make sense? The same level. So you have to work harder and harder and harder. It doesn't get easier. Right now, it's kind of hard, but it's going to get more difficult over time. So realize if you don't have A's and B's now, you're going to struggle. So how do you learn? Okay, when I get back to studying in school and understanding, get to that nursing, doctor level, whatever you want to do, there's bridges you have to cross, tests you have to take to become licensed to get there. I'm going to fall eventually.
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I have good balance sometimes, but ninja sometimes. but overall is, can you understand what those bridges are, what those tests are going to be, and can you backtrack or reverse engineer what you have to do to pass those tests? Classes are great, right? You can get A's in your classes, which is fantastic. You need to. But can you work at the different level? Go, okay, if I want to become this, what's it going to take to get there? When we talk about nursing school, what do you look for in nursing school? What do you think they look for? Besides grades. Grades, obviously, yes. What else do you look for? Yes. Teamwork, good. What else? Communication, good. So you want to be able to communicate with doctors, nurses, other people too. You want to be able to talk to people, correct? How about volunteer work? Internships. Okay? Mentorships too. Those are important. I had Samantha, she was an intern about 5 years ago. She had done a lot of volunteer work her junior, senior year, including my office too. She got the APU, and not just a general freshman year program, got the APU's nursing program because of her volunteer work. Her grades were pretty good too, because her volunteer work got her, saved her 2 years of the undergraduate general ed type of stuff right to the program. If you really want what you want, make sure you find a career and find someone like myself, for example, to bring you to my office. At that point, train you and have you shadow, and Mrs. Garcia has a lot of other doctors in the area too, and nurses in other facilities that will help you gain that experience of understanding the pace of the practice. Doctor penetration, how to talk to patients, what to say. My biggest thing in terms when they leave my office after their 2-3 months is I learned how to talk to people, be comfortable with people, understanding that sometimes we will mess up, but I can learn from that and move on and on and on. The confidence to realize you can do that and going in the field gives you the fire to go back in the class and go, even though this test is going to be hard, class is hard, I had to pass this, find a way to get my degree, to get my license, to help people overall. Okay. Who's ever volunteered in nursing home? Anybody? Good. Good for you. Okay. How was your experience?
It was good.
Good. I like the word that everyone says it was good. Great. Why was it good?
Because I got to see like a different like atmosphere of people, and I was able to understand how they live compared to how I do.
Yes. Did you talk to people?
Yeah.
What did they talk about?
They mostly talked about like their life experiences and stuff that they've dealt with.
What kind of questions did you ask?
Just like, I don't really remember. I asked mostly like, do you remember how life was growing up? Like, how was it? Like, stuff like that.
Did they know you were paying attention to them?
Yeah.
Did they know you were listening to them? Okay. You need that in any healthcare field you're going to get into. No complaint patients tell me when they come to my office, where I go do workshops with seniors to do a workshop at Gibson Center and down in Upland, also Brookdale too, in North Euclid, is doctors don't listen. That can mean many things, right? They don't hear what I say, is one thing. Also, too, they don't understand what I'm saying. They don't pay attention to me. Okay, if a doctor is here on their iPad putting stuff in, looking down, is that listening? No. They can be listening, but they're not really listening to where they want to listen to that person. You know this, you want eye contact, correct? Okay, you want to be able to listen to them and nod your head like you did just a second ago. Like I did this, you did this same thing. It's magic. Okay? Realize when you do that, you're confirming what they said, you understand them. When you listen, what does the patient assume afterwards? What can they do afterwards when you listen? Do they trust you or not trust you? Trust you. Okay? They're gonna trust you that you may not have the right answer all the time, but you're there to help them. My patients, sometimes I will help, like Mr. Mars. Some patients, I give them 2 weeks and say, you know what, you're beyond my care, here's go see a surgeon. Here's your x-rays, whatever it is too. They thank me because like I'm the first person that told them they have a problem that I can't help them with, but here's where you should go. So listening and understanding their situation, their problem is the number one thing, so they know you can trust you as their doctor. If not, I tell patients, walk out of there, don't pay your copay, and go somewhere else. Doctors need to respect their patients and vice versa. At that point, their relationship is built on mutual trust and respect. Okay, so when you look at someone's eyes, how should you look at them in their eyes? Like stare at them? Like deep in their soul? No. But enough to where they know you're acknowledging them again. But what you just do too, when you did that, you smile. Why is smiling important? Why should you smile versus like,
To show emotion.
Show emotion, but what kind of emotion though? Caring. Very similar, very caring. You want to show that you care. And when you smile, what do people do? Smile back. Usually not you go, oh, that person's well, whatever. That's their problem. But when you smile, somebody will smile back. It's not you, it's them. Okay, I try to be nice to all my patients. Some are just grouchy. I go, Arr. What I do is almost be grouchy back at them. They go, oh, well, don't do that to me. I'm like, what are you doing to me? Should I know? Well, no. People have good days and bad days, right? So you have to take it with a grain of salt sometimes. Realize you're there to help them, but realize too, they come in with, especially the afternoon patient for me, would deal with kids, family, work, maybe a car accident, maybe they're out of gas, got a bad phone call about something. Come in like all this garbage, you're like, they start talking like, I'm not your therapist. Then my hand up, I'm not your therapist, but I'll sit here and listen for about 2 minutes. My staff knows, my secret is, within 5 minutes, if I've been 5 minutes with a patient, 5-minute rule is come and get me. I have a phone call. I have someone else that I got to get to. So the patient goes, oh, I don't want to take your time. I'm like, yeah, good. Get the heck out. But you have to spend the time, find that gray area to listen but not be their. And again, you can't be their therapist, but you don't want to waste time. That's not what they're there for. Ms. Garcia is saying somebody who a doctor spends 30 minutes with each patient, 30 minutes. I would get bored. That's just my personality. My job is to give them information, see what's going on, and try to get everything done with them within probably 5 to 10 minutes. Because that's how I run my office. But still, be efficient enough to where I'm listening, understand the situation, understand what's they're going through. Instead of come in, understand the same what's going on too, and build from that relationship before. So every time I see a patient, I'm seeing them not for the first time, the second time, seeing them a second time, and the third time, fourth time. So I keep in my head, it's the weird thing I do, what they did last week, where they were last month, who they went to lunch with. It's weird how my head works. Okay? Who's going to be the patient?
Who's the patient? Oh, back.
Yes, come on back. Can you stretch a little bit? Your neck loose?
Are you ready to do this? You didn't know what you signed up for, huh?
You just said yes, that's good. Okay, go here. Grab a seat. Let's see if you guys remember what I just talked about. Okay, so how are you? I'm Dr. Tony.
Hello, I'm Katrina.
Katrina, talk a little louder so they can hear you in the World Wide Web over there. Okay?
I'm Katrina.
Katrina, grab a seat. You'll see what's going on. So what do you? So I see your chart here. I see that you marked that you have some back pain going on.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? When did back pain start?
My
Uh-oh,
my
frozen.
spinal cord.
On your spine, okay. And is it more left side or right side of your back?
Left.
Left. So it's more. So would you say it's more lower here or more higher up on the back?
Like around right here.
Good, right there. Right. So what I'm doing is making sure I confirm what she's telling me where it is. Does that help build trust?
Yeah.
Just say yes. Okay. When I do that, okay. When you have that, is it sharp pain? Is it dull pain? Is it achy pain?
It's an achy pain.
Okay, achy pain, and do you get it more in the morning, more at night?
At night,
Okay.
sometimes.
And what do you do to help alleviate it right now? What are you doing?
Just stretch.
Good. Okay. And then do you stretch like left, right, or do you step
Yeah.
up and down, cartwheels?
I do left, right.
Good. Left, right. Okay. Good. And when you do that, does it feel when it gets worse when you stretch, or does it feel better when you stretch?
It feels better when I stretch.
Fantastic. You take anything over the counter right now? Anything over the counter medications or prescribed medications?
No.
Good. Good for you. Don't do that. It's horrible. Okay. You do any ice or heat with it?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, good. Okay, so amnesia there, a little bit of amnesia. Okay. So, and a lot of this too is when you talk to patients, I'm trying to get an idea of how frequent the problem is, how long she's had it for, and also how intense it is. Those three things tell me what x-rays to take and how treatment might end up overall down the line. So I'm working backwards. If I'm going to help someone with their back pain, how long will it take to fix it? Okay, I want to know, and actually even by intensity sometimes it will do the same thing too. On a pain level from 0 to 10, what pain levels is for you that you've ever had in your life?
A 6.
6, okay. When you say a 6, does it affect your ability to sit in a chair at school?
Yes.
Okay. Is that more in the morning or more the afternoon, end of the day sitting in school?
At the end, like towards the end of the day.
And then, okay, so when you get that too, when you get up and move around, does it feel better?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so it tells me too, that's your 6. A 6 is where it starts not getting better, not getting worse on that borders line. You want to be under a 5 or 6 where it can start healing on its own. Someone comes in my office with a 10, I'm like, this is going to be a lot of work. Okay, because they're in a lot of pain. You may want me to adjust them, but it's hard when they're that tense, that guarded overall. I'm going to ask you too, is beyond school and sitting in a classroom, how does it affect your life? Does it affect your ability to have fun with your friends, ride in the car, play sports?
Play sports.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So I want to see exactly, the pain is one thing, but how it affects someone's life, especially when you're older too, that's more important. In the sense where I can live with pain, but if I can't go and have fun with my friends, go work out, go to work for one too, or if you have kids, lift your kids, at that point that affects you emotionally up here, not just physically on your body. So you want to look for emotional triggers that get someone to understand that you're there to help them to get to. So beyond sports, right now, are you doing things, what have you done medically to help this?
Nothing.
Okay, so this is the first time seeing a
Yeah.
doctor for this.
Mhm.
Okay, what I want to do next is take an x-ray. Okay, the x-ray is going to help me understand exactly what's going on,
Mhm.
where in the spine might be your problem, also therapy afterwards too. I want to see if I can help you, is that okay?
Okay.
Good. And I always ask too for permission. Again, respect to the patient. Okay. What else am I doing right now? What's your name again?
Katrina.
Katrina. What Katrina's doing right now? What else am I doing?
Eye contact.
Eye contact. What else?
Hand gestures.
Good. Hand gestures. How's my posture?
Up straight.
Straight and very similar to Katrina's. Okay. Where's my hands? Like this. The legs are here, not crossed. Not any other ways. I'm here at the same level as her, not different. What's that called? Like attracts like. The more you act, the more you talk, the more you mimic the mannerisms of your patient, the more they're going to like you and trust you and know that you care about their situation. Is that just mind-blowing?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay? Most doctors do what doctors want to do. I want patients to understand I'm there to help them. So it's not just what I'm asking, but also body position, personality. If she talks at a high voice, I talk at a higher voice. At a faster pace, I talk at a faster pace. If she has more of a monotone or a different word she might use, some people, what's the low back thing that runs down the leg? What's that called? You guys know that yet? Sciatica? Low back pain down the leg, or even neuropathy down the arm. Some patients call sciatica down the leg called sciatica. It's spelled S-C-A something, I don't know. Okay? So what someone says, is it sciatica? I say, let's go check out your sciatica with the x-rays. Because it's what they use, their terminology. I'll correct them right away. So you want to make sure you're connecting with the patient on the first 5 minutes, because how many times do you get to make a first impression? Once. Good job. Good job. They know this stuff. Okay? So you want to make sure you're clear with that and you respect the patient by making sure, too, beyond that, you dress appropriately. When you're in office volunteering or doing internships, whatever it is, too, you want to ask them, how do you want me to dress, ma'am or sir? Do you want me to wear scrubs? Do you want me to wear professional attire like this? What works for you? Because when you dress up versus a patient, that shows respect for them, that you're there to help them. Some chiropractors wear Hawaiian shirts. I won't do that. That's just not me. I'm not in Hawaii. It's Upland. It's a desert. Okay? So I want to make sure I dress appropriately so the patient understands I'm there to be professional with them. All right? Anything else?
No.
Good job. Good job. Grab a seat. Get the heck out of here. Okay. Let's shoot the other video with Cassidy and Seraphin. Let's talk about why you should volunteer as you watch this quick video. Who volunteers now or internships now? Good. Perfect. The rest of you, listen up. Work to do. Life search from last spring. From
early January 2019 until June of 2019. All right, guys. So let's go over a couple questions. Sir, when did you start? Was it this semester or last semester?
Last semester, September 19th.
So you've been here like almost 9 months then?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. And Miss Cass, you started when?
January 2019.
Wow, this year. That's 19, right? Okay, later. And when you first came in, Cassie, how were you thinking it was going to be?
Well, I went to another internship before here, so at that internship, they usually just kind of like threw me to the side, just gave me like
Physically?
Yes, physically. They didn't really give me a lot to do, so when I got here, it was like a different pace because I was doing a lot more than at the other place.
Wow, and the other place you were saying, did it help build up your confidence for internships? And when you first came in, how was the pace? Were you used to right away, or did it take time to get used to it?
It took a minute.
Yeah, a couple minutes, maybe. A couple minutes, maybe.
Yeah, a couple months. No.
And did you realize when you first came in, were you more, if you want to call it, nervous?
More excited to better myself and improve myself.
Good. Did you feel like it was a good fit right away, or kind of take time?
It was a good fit.
Good. And so when you came in last September, how was your experience when you first came in? Did you have any other internships beforehand, or was it? Okay.
So this was my first internship, so that's why I was like nervous. I'm like, I'm gonna mess up.
You did mess up a lot. But we fixed it though. This is part of learning, right? And you guys realize too, we start with you too. When you say this is a practice, what does that mean to you?
Practice, it helps me, I guess, build up my confidence. I can talk to the patients, I can listen, and it helps me out there in the real world. And
how does it help you in the real world?
to have more social experience more like communication, know how to go in a different pace.
That's good enough. Don't force it. Hey, Cassie, what does a practice mean to you now that you've been here for a while?
Same thing as Sarah, but I'm at
Come on, now, don't read this bullshit.
So even if I didn't get a job in the health field, like years later, no matter what job, I didn't know how to talk to people. So being here taught me those basic skills of starting a conversation, ending a conversation, just opening up and branching out to all people, all ages, all genders, everybody.
And when you do that, Cassie, have you found that it can be fun too?
Yeah.
Good. All right. And then part of it too, Sarah, have you noticed too that when you're with people, do you feel more comfortable now with them?
I feel, yes, very comfortable because when you have that conversation every so often with the same patient, it builds trust between you two. So,
Well, that's like a brain explosion there. Knowledge.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
But it's good that you trust, like they get to trust you and you can trust them.
Just to add on to that, I noticed a lot you remember. So you remember about people's pets, you remember about their kids. So I try to do that when I talk to them. I'll be like, how's your dog? Or how's your son? Like, I listen and I try to remember, put a name to a face.
Well, it makes me so proud.
Like if they get to trust you as a worker here, it makes a safe environment for the clinic.
And how important, Cassie, is to smile with patients?
So what?
To smile.
Oh, important.
What?
Because it makes them feel comfortable in a setting that they may not originally be comfortable with. It's hard walking into an environment where everyone seems angry, so when you greet them with a smile, they're happy, they feel welcomed, and they actually want to be here.
Huge. Anything else, girls, for your last interview for 2019 internships program?
I'll be back.
Thanks, girls.
Good job. Okay, I realized both Seraphin and Cassidy, they came in the office the first couple days, did this. Didn't say a word.
Well,
So realize when you go into an office, sometimes you're going to be scared and what to do, whatever it is too. Sometimes they make you feel uncomfortable. I don't. I want to make sure you feel comfortable, right? But the problem is, you come in from a classroom again to an office, it's a different environment. So what happens when we get anxious or scared? We don't do anything. We shut down. We don't want to move. We don't want to talk. It's a fear response, stress response. So my job with them, first couple weeks, is get them to open up, and not like chatter all the time, but make sure they're comfortable with patients. So I bring in the room every time, and I break that comfort zone with them so they see they can be comfortable talking to people. Remember, like Cassie said, remembering someone's name. Why is someone's name important? Why is that, you think? Why, when you walk in an office, they go, "Hey, how you doing?" versus, "Hey, Sally, how are you?" Yes.
it helps make a positive environment, and then tells them that you actually cared and you actually listened last time, rather than just like, oh hey, and then talking to them.
Yes. It shows a personal connection with that person. If you're between classes, someone yells your name, and what do you normally do? You look around. Who is that person? Who are you? Do I know you? Because that's recognition of you, who you are. People want to be recognized. And my job is to make sure my staff knows that if someone walks in the front door for the second, third, fourth, 80th time, they know their first name. They should be able to do that over time. Because there's an association, like Cassie had mentioned, you associate their name with their treatment. Their name with where they live. Their name with something unique to them, so it makes your mind remember who they are. So they walk in, I have the file in my head. At that point, Sally did this last time, she had this problem doing this, she was playing tennis, she did this. Boom, where's she today? So I want to have them in my head so I can connect that with that person, that problem, that name, so I know exactly what's going on. I got come yesterday, had come in for 3 years, and I remember for some reason, well, how old are your daughters now? Because you had 2 daughters. I don't know their names, but you had 2 daughters. Well, they're 4 and 5 now. Great, how are they doing with school? How's your wife been holding up with them? So a lot of it is get a connection there. You know, I've been seeing him for 3 years, but now we get right back in a relationship. He understands, he knows I know him now. His situation. There's no guessing anymore. Sometimes I make a mistake, or else it happens. Okay? But I want to make sure I can do enough of that so over time as you do it, as Cassie did too, you get more comfortable. If you're going to play a sport, what do you have to do? Practice. If you're in an office, what do you do? Practice saying someone's name. Right? I have one intern right now. She came in the office like, you know what, I can't remember everyone's name. It's my own little thing. I have weakness. I can't remember people's names. Like, so your job time you come in the door is make sure you remember everyone's name before you leave my office. You have to leave until you tell me everybody's name that you saw today. And she's been 50%, 60%, 70%, so she got more comfortable with that. So you know before she leaves, Dr. Tony, I'm leaving. I saw Leo, John, Roman, Sally, and Steve. Good. See you later. But it takes your time and getting uncomfortable to learn that skill. Because realize you're smarter than you think. You're stronger than you think. You have more energy than you think. But it takes time to build that up. So never tell yourself you can't do something. It's how you're going to do it. How are you going to learn? Do you learn visual? Are you auditory? Do you learn by writing, by typing, by texting, whatever it is, by watching videos? Whatever the way you learn, but I want my interns to learn on the spot. One of my interns too, because I'm horrible on the phones. That tells me, perfect, we're working the phones. So I call from the back office, hi, I'm looking for make an appointment. And she goes, I'm like, hang up. She goes, dang it. Call back in, hi, looking for an appointment. Blah, blah. Then she messes up again, dang, hang up again. So I'm forcing her to remember emotional response to learn that's going to be hard initially, getting more comfortable over time, so it becomes natural and easy. But it takes time to learn, get uncomfortable, then comfortable. At that point you get stronger and stronger to be with patients, answer the phone, talk to patients. It's repetitive for a reason, because you need to learn it and learn it and learn it. You don't think about it. It becomes unconscious, a routine, a habit of practice. It becomes your art form, communicating with people to show that, again, so you can show that you care, right? By listening, by having that body language, everything we're doing. Okay, let's show that. Let me go my story real quick too. Let's do the first one in a second. Okay. I got into chiropractic because I like dealing with people. I like to stay active and physical. I don't want to work 40 hours a week. I'm lazy. Okay? I worked about 26 hours a week in my office. I work about 10, 15 hours a week on my social media, marketing, things like that. Who uses Yellow Pages now? Yellow Pages. Anybody? Yes.
What's that?
Yellow Pages. This is a big book we had when I came out of practice. Had everyone's business address, phone number. Hey, it's like a historical thing. You saw it on that old black and white TV once in a while. Okay? That's how people market. Now, how do people market now? Social media, YouTube, Instabook, Facegram, whatever they're called, right? All that stuff. TikTok. You know? I have TikTok. I'm a magician on that thing. Magic. Right? Yeah. Dr. T. Upland. Boom. Videos everywhere. Okay? I shoot these videos and clip them to make them on TikTok. 15 seconds, people. It's not that hard. So realize a lot of it is how do you get people to hear what you say, making sure you're legible and also you talk loud enough. And my job is to make sure I give more than I take at this point. I'm 45 years old. I'm old. I'm almost done. I'm on my way out. So I want to make sure I give more information, put these talks on my YouTube, put them on clips, whatever it is too, so people understand that I can't come to the class, what it takes to become a chiropractor, but also a healthcare professional. I do talks for reach out, for other things too, everywhere. People understand what it takes and what patients should expect. Patients should expect from their healthcare professionals too. I get upset when I go to a doctor, especially for my kids or my grandma before she passed away, and the nurse is phenomenal, right? Nurses there, hey, how you doing? You need anything, blah, blah, blah. Doctor says, hi, I'm Dr. Blah, blah. I went to school, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want your resume. Take care of my family member. I don't care about you. They're important. I don't want you to know your name. I don't care about your name. Take care of them. So realize sometimes you have that perception of what's it for the patient, not about you. I come into the room, they have a similar story than I do. Okay, hey, I play basketball, blah, blah, in high school. I'm like, don't say anything, just listen to the patient, because you want to interrupt them. Like, yeah, I want to have a conversation with them. No. They're there to talk to you, so you listen, so you show that you care. My 2 cents. Okay, let's go over this video too real quick. Okay. Just so you see exactly how it sounds to be treated.
Ooh. Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Here will help.
Deep breath in. You know.
How'd that feel?
That was Oh man. Wow. Is that really loud? Yeah.
Pretty out front, you guys keep on cooking it, okay?
Oh,
Popping up major breaking day.
is that loud?
That's loud.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see the other side.
Still live. Still live.
Just want you to bring your feet together for me.
That's so scary.
I'll distract you with the feet. Deep breath in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh my God. This is so scary. Oh my God.
Your shoulder relax a little bit. So the rib comes from here down. And go right in that spot. Deep breath in. Follow it down. That's the one. And that Tony, thanks for watching.
So realize what I'm showing these videos is not only what I do, so chiropractic is not a mystery, but also some patients, not all of them, become that entertaining. So why not show them off, right? Why is that important? Why is that important for me to market that way instead of more yellow pages? Yellow pages are dead. So how does that help me market? What do you think? What's the good, sir?
Me?
Yeah, the one where yours your hand, right? Is that your hand? Good.
Shows like your skill and like you know what you're doing and stuff like that.
Good. And it shows also what else? Besides the skill and the chiropractic part, what else does it do? Yes.
Shows how the patients are like trusting you and they're comfortable with you, and like it's gonna bring other patients to your office.
And it shows his emotional response, which is entertaining in this situation. I do actually ones that are painful. I show those too, and it shows that people connect with that. And what does he do afterwards too? He says he doesn't. I don't think he says it, but he says he feels good. He laughs. So it shows a comfort level and relaxation that helped him versus hurt him. Why do people not want to get adjusted? Why is that? They want to get hurt. They want to have a stroke. They want their head to come off. Right? Doesn't happen. But the fear is there. So your perception is your reality. People come in, I do not want my neck adjusted. I'm like, perfect, not a big deal. I want to get adjusted, but I'm not sure. Let me try this. I took them the first time I did with Devin. They go, my head's still on, right? Yeah. My life? Yes. Okay, let's get the other side. They're okay. It's that first time that's the scary part that I want to get them over. That's why I'm going to adjust Mrs. Garcia before I leave today to make sure that they get over that fear. What's going on, right? She's like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? Okay, my story of why I became a chiropractor, went back a second ago. I had yellow pages when I was a kid. When I was in chiropractic, so I had yellow pages. I took the yellow pages, I got my first job even before I graduated. Okay, who wants to start working in their healthcare field before you even graduate? All right, if you don't, then get the heck out of the room. Okay? I want you to experience that. What does it take to get that situation, to get into your office you want to work at before you even finish your licensing degree? It takes volunteer work and perseverance. The yellow page I talked about, I took my alumni list from my chiropractic school. My first semester at chiropractic was like first semester out of 10. I said, okay, I want to become a chiropractor in Upland somewhere around here maybe. I was driving Whittier every day. Took the alumni list from my school, yellow pages, first 10 ads, and I matched up with the alumni list, and I called the first 10 offices. Said, hey, I'm a chiropractic school my first semester, looking for just to talk to the doctor for a few minutes, figure out what he does, what she does, and want to mimic, and maybe help out when I can. Maybe you volunteer to help your office out. So at that point, I can use my experience whatever I can do. Out of those 10, how many think actually either picked up the phone? Wanted me to go in? 2, right? Who else? Pick a number, write a number. 4. 3? Good. It's about 3, maybe 4. Okay, out of those 4, I went in the office. 1, the doctor was even there. I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. Okay, out of 3, I like maybe 2 of them. Out of the 2, I ended up working for one even before I graduated, where half my class were not even thinking about getting a job yet. I was volunteering in that office, helping him with seminars, with volunteer work, going to screenings for 1-2, going to different offices, helping in the office, anything I could do. So I came out with a job ready a job lined up, ready to go. Most people graduate like, I now have a degree. What do I do with this? How do I find a job with this? It happens all the time. People all the time message me. I'm in chiropractic school now. How do I find a job? I'm graduating in 3 months. I'm like, you got to rush on that. Okay. The best time to find a job is when you're in school or already working. So now's the time to go. If I want to become an optometrist, a nurse, a healthcare practitioner anywhere, do I know someone, or can I find someone, or can I find my family that knows someone that has a private practice or works at a hospital or works somewhere that gave me an internship, that gave me to volunteer, just get my feet wet? Maybe you want to become a cardiologist. I don't know. You may want to work there and go like, I don't really like that. I'm not sure about that. You have time now to pick something else out. Problem, some people go to school, just to go to school, go to med school, practice, whatever it is too. They come out, they're unhappy with what they do. So what they do? Drop. Now they try something else. They already spent $120,000, $150,000, $200,000 in that profession to get through school. And those loans never go away. They follow you around the world till you die. So realize you have to make an early decision what kind of field you want to get into, get the experience, and then from there, pick where you want to go. And that, why is now a good time? Why is now a good time? Yes?
Because we're young and in school and still learning.
Yes. How many people pay for rent at their parents' house? Nobody, right? What happens to get older? Gotta pay rent, pay a car payment, car insurance, utilities, bills, health insurance. Now's the best time. Now, even though you're tired, some people are trying to stay awake, I can see. But a lot of it is, now's the best time because now you don't have any expenses or liabilities, they call them, to hold you back from that. Realize half my class when I graduated from chiropractic, which is very common for any healthcare field, is half my class dropped out before they graduated, owing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000. Half my class, 5 years later, is no longer a chiropractor. So now they're figuring out something else they want to do because it didn't work out for them. Work out for me, I'm like, I'm not going to be on this planet. I don't know what I'm going to do. You have to have that passion, that burn the ships. If you're not going to do it, where you have to be able to stand up all night if you need to. Weekends. I spent Barnes & Noble in Rancho before they had the one in Montclair, which I got 1,000 years ago. I spent every weekend there. Opened at 9, closed at 9. Go home for lunch, come back, study till 9 at night. Every weekend. Friends going to have to go see me. I'm like, good for you guys. I'm going to go study. How many friends do you have are like that? What is your group like that supports that? I want to get through school, have a better life down the line versus let's go have fun tonight. It's kind of tough, right? But you're making this choice to be here. This is your first step to making yourself stand at the first 5%, down the line, next 5%, to be down this level because you already have maturity to show up. How many times are you here a week in this class?
This class 4 days a week.
4 days a week from 4 to 6 at night?
4 to 6:30, yeah. And
they drive or they get dropped off, whatever, so they have their own homework to do and everything else to do besides this program. Phenomenal. I applaud you. But you need to work harder. You have facility. You'd be very, very lucky. Most private schools don't have facility that you guys have here. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the school programs, the RP programs. Have good volunteer experiences and work even beyond the school so you understand what you want to get into, what's going to take, and realize learning never stops. I'm mostly listening to a podcast, watching an audiobook, or watching a YouTube channel about chiropractic or become a better person, whatever it might be. I'm always learning what the next thing is. I'm on phone calls probably twice a week. How do I market this? How do I start doing text message marketing, email marketing better? So I'm always thinking about what else can do for my practice because it never stops either growing or dying. My practice continues to do well because I'm looking for the next thing, like TikTok. Adding more videos to my YouTube, to my Instabook, my Facegram, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're, my stories, whatever they're called. All right, you get it. But my job is to stay on top of that so I don't fall behind. Those people that don't worry about that, run a business because I run a private business, they start seeing less and less people. They go, what do I do? I'm like, I told you what to do 10 years ago. But it takes work to work. Even when you're out in practice, what else are you going to do? Even if you're a nurse too working at a facility, what can you do to improve your brand, your personal reputation? So if that place closes down, what are you going to do? How are you going to find a job? Because you know someone else over here that knows your reputation that wants to hire you yesterday. So working on you lets people know that you're a good person and competent in your field. The difference between reputation and character. What's the difference between reputation and character? What's reputation?
What people perceive you as.
Okay?
What people perceive you as.
Yes. What people think who you are. What's their perception of you? Character is what? Who you really are. So if you have, for example, a biology test, just throw a test out there, right? Okay? And for some reason, you walk by a teacher's desk, she leaves, and the classroom is empty, and you see all the answers are right there on her desk. You're like, oh my gosh, I have everything right in my hand. Do you take those answers, or do you walk away and go, nope, didn't see them? That's your character. But if you take them, and someone finds out you took them, what happens to your reputation? Bye-bye, right? Thumbs down. Double thumbs down. One thumbs are up, down, or one likes, dislikes, whatever it's called. Okay? So realize that's you. How does that correlate to social media? Can social media affect you now to improve or thumbs down your reputation? Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So realize you guys know this. I don't have to tell you this. This is easy. Okay? So realize one little thing you do. So I always tell people, if you do something, do you do this and go, if I do this, what's the consequences? Do you spend about maybe 3 seconds thinking about that? Or are you emotional every time you have to do something? Emotional reason you get sued all the time as in healthcare. All right? Don't be emotional. Okay? Can you do things that are rational? Think things through. When something doesn't work your way, do you go, dang it? Or other things? Or do you go, how do I learn from that? What did I do wrong? How do you continue to learn? Like Sarah said too, it's a practice. I had someone come in a couple years ago, Darlene, and she came and she was a mess. She messed up one time on the x-ray, and she started crying. Like, what are you crying about? I messed up like at least twice a week on the x-rays, and I've been there for 17 years. Because by the time she was done, she would talk because she was more confident. But it takes time to get that confidence up, and don't let people tell you that you're wrong all the time. Okay, realize it's always going to be practice. You have to do things 10 times minimum to make it somewhat confident you can be okay. Keep practicing. Don't try things once. Try it 10 times. Like my phone calls, right? When I found my office I was going to work at, it took me 10 phone calls to get 2 people to let me in their door. Or 3 people, whatever it was. Realize it takes more than you think, but it takes that work and effort that you're going to do that you already hear, 5%, versus other people that are at home already hanging out with their friends or watching SpongeBob or something. Or iCarly or something like that. That's coming back around. I'm not sure. Any questions so far? Come on, give me some questions. Yes?
Aren't you scared like you're going to
I am. So what I do is take the x-rays first, do a full patient exam, full patient history, so I know if they've had previous surgeries or trauma, previous chiropractic care. So if you've done previous chiropractic care, I know it's safe for them. Someone else has already taken that risk. All right, they've already done the job. Okay, so I want to make sure that I know their history. The x-rays will show them exactly what would be broken or torn. Examination, even some therapy with them too. Before I do anything, I already spent half an hour with them. Before I adjusted Devin or Mars, I already spent half an hour with them so that I could jump on them. I could be aggressive to be effective. Without the x-rays, I have no idea what I'm doing. But knowing their history, I'm like, I don't know. I just do this. Okay, I hope this works out, guys. Okay? No. I have malpractice that covers me if there's an accident or something like that. I've never used it. It's not as fun. We did it out last year, 15,000 adjustments, 15,000 of these. No problems. It's boring. But by doing like you guys learning here, by doing the history, by doing the terminology, by doing the notes, that protects you. Even if you have something happen, that says you did your homework, your competency, what best you could to make that adjustment or that treatment safe. Any doctor goes through that. Yes?
How many years of school?
Chiropractic school was 3.5 years, accelerated program, 10 semesters, where you take 2 weeks off between semesters. It's like 3.5 years. Also, last year or so, you do internships, you do hours where you get hours for adjusting people, therapies, in office, in their on-campus clinic, along with off-campus satellite offices I did. internship with my office now for about 3 months, and also internship where I worked at in Rancho for 3 months too, before I decided when I graduated. But also you have to take an ethics board and also 4 national board exams you have to pass sequentially to actually become a licensed chiropractor. If you don't pass 1, you can't take 2. So a lot is going to be maybe book knowledge, but also like back there too, you do practicals. You have a case, person comes in with back pain. How do you do examination? You have 30 seconds to figure that examination, the diagnosis, boom, boom, boom. Even heart rate too. What's our rhythm? I don't know. So you have to kind of like, you have to learn that for that, but see, a lot of chiropractors, the way school works is you have to think that you might be in the middle of nowhere, the only doctor in the area, you might have to give birth to somebody. I'm not doing that. I live in Upland. They have San Antonio Hospital, they have Kaiser, whatever it is too. But the way they take the licensing boards, you have to be able to do all of that. At that point, that's why we're at the same level healthcare practitioner, same degree as a medical doctor DO because of that schooling and licensing. All right. Yes?
Do you remember the first person you adjusted?
Yep. Chris Seaton. He was my roommate when I was, I think, my 3rd year. I adjusted his mid back like it was with like when he was on when I pushed on his back, like Devin was when his legs popped up. I adjusted and popped. I ran around the room for like 5 minutes. Like, yes, I got one finally. Yes.
How long have you been doing it?
For about 19 years. Long time. A long enough time to realize I still have stuff to learn and still stuff to teach other people, especially my interns, about not only chiropractic, because I don't want you to become a chiropractor. I want to be a good listener to be a good healthcare practitioner. That's my job with my interns and also practice my patients every day. Every day, every day, every day. I come in sometimes in a good mood, sometimes in a bad mood, sometimes I don't feel great. Sometimes a little sore, whatever it is from the day before. It doesn't matter. I walk into a room with a patient, I have to be on every time. There's no question. I have to be there and be ready for them. I want them to see I'm there for them, not to come in and I'm like, oh man, I don't feel good today. It's not about me, it's about them. If I can't do that, I won't go to the office that day. Why? I have a partner. Let him worry about it. I want to make sure the patients see me to be there for them. Any questions? Yes?
I know like probably some of us in the class we're not scared of doing the actual volunteer work, but just nervous about getting it started. So like what's some advice that you can give us?
Start. Be uncomfortable. Make that phone call. Ask Mrs. Garcia, how do I get involved? Because unless you do, you're wasting time. And it's going to get harder and harder. That anxiety gets thicker and louder and louder and louder. Once you break it, you go, oh, that's all it was? Okay. Whew. You'll sweat the first day. Go home, take a shower, and start over the next day. But it's not easy. Realize I never did talks when I was in school. I was a quiet person in school. When I came out of chiropractic, so I didn't talk. I did enough to just answer the phone. Like, I don't have to answer the phone, dang it. So a lot of it is you guys are great book knowledge, you guys are phenomenal. You have to break that ice now so you have enough time to get yourself finessed, to become the art form you want it to be when by the time you graduate from your professional school. Because that's when it counts. Now it's time to learn. Now it's time to practice, get burned, have someone yell at you, even throw something at someone even hit me. I adjusted someone one time and she worked for a school, a Russ school, and she worked security. So I adjusted her neck seated and she punched her face. I'm like, what the heck was that for? Yeah, a reflex.
Oh.
Because she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're scared. I'm like, thanks, appreciate that. Thanks. So realize, get those learning experiences out of the way so by the time you become professional, at that point they go, man, how did she learn all this? She spent the last 3-4 years internships being uncomfortable. Just do it. Do that Nike commercial, just do it. And realize the first one may not work out. Second one, third one, fourth one, but you gotta do more and more and more to get the experience. What you like and what you dislike. That's the only way. That's why these girls up here that talked, they were very comfortable the first couple of days, even weeks, even months. Cassie over here, she didn't smile until probably week 3. I go, what's your problem? She goes, what do you mean? You never smile. He's like, well, I don't know. Well, next time you come in, smile or don't come back. She's like, okay. And now she's lively as ever. And her personality, now she said, goes into her personal life. Her next job, her overall schooling too. Now she's more confident. So this becomes easier. When you're confident, everything becomes easier. When you're less anxious, how does the mind work? When you're less anxious, when you're confident and relaxed, it learns better. It computates, it understands, it memorizes better. Long-term memory. When you're under stress, what happens is the fight or flight kicks in. Short-term memory. You're really like, I can't, it's not sticking in my head because you're stressed. Stressed, tired, unhealthy, eating improperly, whatever it might be. When you keep your body healthy and your mind relaxed, you learn a lot easier. Trust me, it's just science. All right. Anything else? That's it. All right. You guys are in your first inning of the World Series. Work your tail off. You can learn a lot more, get uncomfortable. You're a lot stronger than you think. You can study a lot longer. You're not that tired. Drink coffee if you need to. Don't tell your parents I told you that. But get the information in your head so that next bridge to get to the next level you want to be becomes easier and easier, and work backwards too. Want to become a nurse? What's the take of a nurse? I don't know. Find out what nursing school requires. Find out what this requires. Go backwards. So what do I need to get there? And how many hours should I volunteer, hint, hint, to learn that experience, get uncomfortable, to be comfortable what you want to do. All right? That's it for me. Thank you for coming. Stay. I got to go.
We're gonna go game, really? Yes.
I've done it.
Good?
You got this.
Any source in that? Shoulder? Or is it shoulder or is it shoulder?
I think I have a
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh, you guys.
I'll go from this side. Give her more time to get nervous.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, relax.
Oh my god, for real? That was loud.
I was glad they heard it like next door.
Did you guys hear that?
So make sure you pay attention this time. Shh, quiet, quiet. Listen. Maybe some left, I'm not sure. You guys listening? It is. Like Evan said, so scary.
Thank you.
Fun.
Yeah, how does it feel this way?
Are you reverting?
See? It's emotional.
No, I'm just kidding.